For centuries, the royal family has been a symbol of duty, power, and grace. An institution that has stood the test of time, surviving wars, scandals, and revolutions. However, as in all dynasties, beneath the gilded exterior of Buckingham Palace, tensions always arise in the most unexpected places. The monarchy, built on tradition and stability, now faces a dramatic internal conflict, one that threatens its very foundation. This time, the drama involves Queen Camilla and Princess Anne, two of the most powerful women in the royal family, who find themselves at the centre of a fight that could change the monarchy forever. At first glance, it seems like a typical family dispute, a difference of opinion between two women with different views on their royal roles. However, this is no ordinary disagreement. It is a battle that reflects broader and deeper questions about the future of the monarchy and the very essence of what it represents behind closed doors. From Buckingham Palace, the stakes are high. The fate of the royal family may rest in the hands of these two powerful women, each with her own vision of what the monarchy should be. The power struggle between Queen Camilla and Princess Anne is not just about their personal ambitions, but also about whether the monarchy will evolve to meet the demands of the modern world or remain steadfast in its centuries-old traditions. To understand the magnitude of the tension between Camilla and Anne, it is crucial to understand the context of Camilla's rise to prominence within the royal family. When Camilla married Prince Charles in 2005, it was the culmination of a long and tumultuous relationship. Their union, although celebrated by many, was also met with a fair amount of public skepticism, particularly due to the shadow of Princess Diana's tragic legacy. Diana, Charles's beloved first wife, had captured the hearts of millions, and Camilla's entry into the royal family was never going to be a simple matter of acceptance. Knowing the delicate nature of the situation, the palace made a careful decision about how to title Camilla. Initially, she was not given the title of Queen, but Princess Consort, a title that recognised her marriage to Charles but avoided fully embracing the term Queen. This was a move designed to appease the public, many of whom still cherish Diana's memory. But even then, there were murmurings within the royal family that Camilla was not satisfied with this arrangement. According to some sources, she had always harboured aspirations of becoming queen in her own right. She had spent decades navigating royal waters trying to secure a place in the family hierarchy. Now, with her marriage to Charles, she was positioned for a role that many had long believed would be hers when Charles ascended the throne as King Charles I. The palace made the decision to elevating Camilla to the title of Queen Consort was seen by many as a long-awaited recognition of her place within the royal family. However, for others, especially Princess Anne, it was a step too far. The change in Anne's title symbolised something far more dangerous than a simple change of nomenclature. It was a sign that the monarchy was transforming into something it had never been before, something unrecognisable, even dangerous. Princess Anne, the only daughter of Queen Elizabeth I, has long been seen as the embodiment of royal tradition, unlike other members of the royal family who have occasionally flirted with the idea of modernising the monarchy. Anne has remained steadfast in her belief that the monarchy must remain rooted in its ancient traditions. She has dedicated her life to service, consistently fulfilling her royal duties with grace, dignity, and unwavering commitment. Anne has always been a figure, operating behind the scenes, editing out the spotlight, but never shirking her responsibilities. For Anne, the monarchy represents more than just a family. It is an institution that has survived centuries of turmoil and scandal. It is an institution that, at its core, is based on continuity and duty. Anne has never seen herself as a star or someone chasing fame. Her role, in her opinion, is to serve the crown and uphold the values of the monarchy. So, when Camilla was elevated to the role of Queen Consort, Anne saw it not as an act of recognition, but as a betrayal of trust. For her, it was a betrayal of the very principles that had kept the monarchy intact for generations. As Camilla's influence within the royal family grew, so did Anne's concerns. Some people had the impression that it was an attempt by the freedmen to provoking them, served to remind them that Camilla now possessed the power and privileges she had previously held. Diana was not a subtle message. The response was not slow at all. However, the people in general had a different opinion. Although several royal experts supported Camilla's right to wear the royal treasures, many people who supported Diana stated that Camilla, the lady who was formerly called the other woman in the marriage of Charles and Diana, should have decided to keep Diana's jewels unchanged. According to the observation of a royal monitor, she could have worn any other necklace because it was necessary that it belonged to Diana. Others have pointed out the hypocrisy with which royal ladies are treated when they wear heirlooms. It is a controversial issue when Camilla wears jewellery that belongs to Diana. However, it is a heartfelt tribute when Catherine wears jewellery that belonged to Diana. Without a doubt, the distinction lies in the feeling of the general population for Catherine to acquire and wear the things that belonged to her late mother-in-law, Prince William, son of Diana, hand-picked. Her Camilla has, instead, been seen as an outsider throughout Diana's life. Although Camilla wears jewellery that belonged to Queen Elizabeth, the greeting is, at best, barely cordial. In comparison to Catherine Middleton's time wearing Queen Elizabeth's most prized tiara, her appearances wearing Queen Mary's crown, which was controversially altered to remove the disputed diamond, have been greeted with a much lower level of enthusiasm. Catherine's choice was, on the other hand, widely welcomed in contrast to Camilla's problematic decisions about Diana's jewellery, rather than seeing it as a breach of tradition. It was perceived as a continuation of it. Camilla, for her part, saw it as a moment of reckoning. She went to great lengths over the years to secure her appointment as Queen Consort. She carefully controlled her public image by taking on increasingly important royal duties, wearing jewellery that belonged to Queen Elizabeth, and linking herself to the late Queen's estate monarch. But in a fraction of a second, Catherine had managed to dodge her. Catherine had seized a piece of royal history that had never been tied to Camilla by putting on the tiara of the girls of Great Britain and Ireland. Camilla had never been part of this heritage. This statement was very obvious. The next in the line of succession was Catherine. Not only for the crown, but also for the affection of the general population. Camilla's power showed its limits brought to light by the situation. Regardless of the number of diamonds she wears, whether it is Diana's or Queen Elizabeth's, she will never be able to erase decades of history and public opinion. Catherine, who is young, much loved and undoubtedly well positioned to succeed Elizabeth, as Queen, will always have a greater legacy, even if she has earned the title. Camilla has never really won the hearts and minds of the people as the Queen Consort watches on, as Catherine assumes the role of the UK's next great royal icon. She must be wondering what she will do next. What is the next step? Right now, important questions are being raised. Will Catherine continue to wear the most famous things Queen Elizabeth has created? How will the huge collection of jewels that belong to the late Queen be managed? To what extent will the next generation of royals, including Prince George, Princess Charlotte and Prince Louis,